If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah. Hey. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. 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 Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, dodge, raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cincinnati Bengals. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Looking to throw. Hoover. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there for Indy. 49 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And on the ground they go with a running back. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's got to first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Check. Presto.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Blue 90. Gun.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed.
Pulling up in that new toy, the wrist on that boy, rock star like Pink Floyd, waving at rude boy, I'm waving at you boy, ran off on the two like True Goy, imagine me do boy, you could never do what I do boy, still ducking that I did boy, in Paris for a hit boy, these ain't the same type of hits boy, can get boy, you don't take these type of risks, boy, cause this boy been throwing that like rich boy, you miss, boy. Your numbers don't add up on the, that was 10 years ago. If you know, you know. Yeah. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. This thing of ours, oh, this thing of ours. Her fraternity of ringing off. I just happen to be alumni. Too legit, they still looking at me with one eye. The company I keep is not corporate enough. Child, you ain't orphan enough. A rapper turn can't morph into us, but a turn rapper can morph into Puff. Dance contest for the I predict Al Roker. If you know, you know. I only ever looked up to you all get a bird. This is Oprah. Players in ball shorts, coaching from the side of the ball court. If you know, you know. One stop like a Walmart. We got the for the wrong sport. If you know, you know. If you know about the court, though it's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we for circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know. You ever been hit with the water then had to wait. Do you walk away? If you know, you know. When we all clicking like Golden State, and you and your team are the motorcade. If you know, you know. Been granting wishes like a genie to bad in two-piece bikinis. I've been hiding where you can see me. The skybox is right next to Riri's. Solely responsible for showing rappers how to stand on the front lines when started throwing bands. Where were you when Big brought the Tigers in? Cause I was busy earning stripes like a tiger skin. Layers in ball shorts, coaching from the side of the ball court. If you know, you know. One stop like a Walmart. We got the for the wrong sport. You know, you know. If you know about the port, the door is supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we for circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what plastic. I said, babe, it's he said it's a them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look at my snap. I take your man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. That delay, race, snatch, back, straight back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine, jumping on my. That's why they call it trampoline. Babe, back on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just with plastic. I said, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum, always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up, I see you like the again. Why you was sleeping on me? I make 40 bands by 4 p.m. They be taking everything you want. I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go your man with my name in your mouth? I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just with plastic. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways, sideways, sideways.
What's that on that beat?
Addicted to ballin', I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to ballin'. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my ends. I pull up in my bands, flexing, counting my bands. Started getting money. I see how it feels to be rich. I live by the beach now. That's how I should live. Since I was a toddler, I knew that I would become this. I cannot move slow. That's a big no. Gotta chase this money, bankroll after big bankroll. I must get this money. I must get this money. I must get this money, get this money, get this money. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to ballin'. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my ends.
Got 100, I need bands. Now look at my dance. What is my jam? Run and get you that bands. Turning that party up. Used to have a my Nautica. You know the money be calling up. Friend, I'm tryna all of ya. Talking about he ballin', watch this. Started let me too quick. Went to Oakland with a few. Took 'em all you break. Dip. Yeah. Imagine what I paid for the rollie. Still spin the police. 24 carats on my Kobe. Yeah. That for the homies.
Addicted to ballin'. I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to ballin'. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my ends.
Victory, gold on my neck, Mr. T. Victory, zombie gang rapping that NYC. Victory.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cincinnati Bengals. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
On first down, Hoover. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And someone must have been in this hot sun a little too long. They've got the punt team out there. And just to clarify, it is not 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Play action. Hoover. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Now, this is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 44 yards. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They'll give it to him up the middle. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Detroit! Detroit! 4 down, 4 down. Slam,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop the throw. Flush to his right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
Gun! 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 Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now they try the right side here. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Well, third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is. It was the bottom half that was in question.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
Gun! 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 Hot! Hot!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here. As that will take. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
Operating from the gun, Hoover. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Throwing on first down. Hoover, he'll rifle this, and that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A huge play that time for the Colts, and even 50 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They get it to him running left. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great. But your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And they'll run it here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
319! 319!
Off the play fake. Hoover. He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. 77 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Point after, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up and down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Play action. Hoover. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56.
Off the play fake. Hoover. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit!
From the gun, Hoover. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but That's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Going up top. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. The point after is good. And this is now a 1-point game. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts coming out now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And on the ground they go with a running back. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. On 1st and 10, Hoover got a man right side. It's Sharp. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. Hoover. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Hoover. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And out now, here come the Bengals. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. And the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll go with a ground attack here. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is brought in at the 21. So we've reached half. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense as we get back underway in the second half. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the second-round pick in 2018. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Watch him now, Barney.
And they'll go on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start.
And he's into the clear. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are in for 6. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something.
It's caught at the 10. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there for Indy. 63 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts are in for 6. Now a toss going left. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, My replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Lucky 56! Gun! 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 Gun!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Off play action. Hoover eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
That'll go as a loss of 5. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
To throw on 3rd down. Hoover. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Brandon, these quarterbacks have their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. And the Bengals on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Detroit! Detroit! Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Who's that? Is that yours? Over!
Back to throw here. Being chased out left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Back now in Cincinnati. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Back to throw. Hoover. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Watch it now, Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Hoover. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
You. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
All right, here we go. 319.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barry. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
Gone!
On 1st down, Hoover. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now a handoff looking right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Gone! Detroit!
That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. Oh, now he bowls him over. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Throwing right when that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
Watch it now, Barney!
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they try the right side here. Room past the 20. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Right back to him on first down. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting